Hey there, my name is Adam McLaughlin, and today's question is about cold calling a potential web design client. So, the goal of a cold call is to help the client recognize they have a need. Because until you can get them to recognize they have a need to change, to get a website, to improve their website, or to make some changes on their website, until you can help them recognize that need, you're not going to be able to sell them something. Like, nobody wants to buy something they don't need. And so you have to help them recognize the need first. So, my suggestion for cold calling leads is to offer them a free evaluation of some sort. So if they don't have a website, offer them a free evaluation of their digital marketing strategy. If they have a website, offer them a free evaluation of their website. If they use web and social, then a free digital marketing evaluation might be more in line, and have it in line with the services that you offer. So, for instance, if you're solely focused on offering websites to a potential client, then helping them see a need in their social media isn't necessarily helpful for you. So, what I would do is I would call and say, "Hey, this is Adam. I'm calling from X, and I would like to offer you a free website evaluation just to make sure your website is performing its top, or its best." Obviously, you're going to work on wording, and I fumbled over that one. But when you say, "Hey, I see you have a website. Looks like it's working really well for you. Is it actually bringing in customers?" And then said, "Oh, yeah, it's working for me. Great. We have a free 40-point evaluation of your digital marketing strategy. And I would like to do that for free. Worst case scenario, I waste a little bit of time, but you find out that everything's working well for you. Best case scenario for both of us, we see some opportunities for improvement and we can make it better for you so that it's working better for you. I don't need anything from you. What's the best email address for me to send your free evaluation?" And then they give you the email address, and then that obviously allows you to follow up with them later. So that's my proposal for cold calling, is to offer them a free evaluation of their current strategy and give them some opportunity, or at least point them in the direction to identify a need for improvement. So, out of the 40-point check list, you might reply, "Good news, we've got 32 of the points are working in your favor, but you do have an opportunity to improve 8 out of the points. Here are those 8 points. Here's how we could improve those for you." It opens up the conversation for them to go, "You know what, we might be missing business. We might be missing traffic. We might have an opportunity here." So the goal of cold calling is to help the prospect, the client, identify and recognize a need. Now, if you call them and say, "Hey, I'm calling from XYZ websites," and they go, "Oh, yeah, you know what? Hey, thanks for calling. I've been wanting to get a new website for my business." You've already helped them identify a need. You don't have to do the step of going through an evaluation at that point in time. I would go straight into asking them some questions to qualify them to make a proposal for what you're going to sell. So you don't have to pitch them on an evaluation if they already see the need. The evaluation is to help them get to the point where they recognize a need. So that's the point of a cold call, getting them to recognize a need and taking the essential steps to get there. So that's my tip for cold calling. As a bonus tip, though, I always find that it is better to leverage somebody else's credibility than to cold call. So what I propose instead of cold calling, or as the first route before cold calling, is to find somebody who already serves your target industry, who already has a list, a podcast, an email list, a blog, a newsletter, a magazine, something that you could actually sponsor or provide value to them when they're already in front of your audience. So for instance, if you were going to sell websites to pizza shop owners in Ohio, there's probably a Pizza Shop Owners Association of Ohio, or there's a magazine that gets sent out to all the pizza shop owners with all the new equipment, right? It's the equipment provider. Or there's the guy who fixes pizza ovens. Or there's the food supplier who sells the best cheese and pepperoni for on top of the pizzas. Now, those people already have a connection to the people you're trying to reach. They already have a connection to pizza shop owners. So figure out a way that you might be able to leverage that connection And then when you actually do the cold call, hey Jim, it's Adam calling from Pizza Shop Websites, and you may have seen our ad in the Pizza Shop Owners Association of Ohio magazine this last month, and we're doing a free evaluation for all pizza shops. It's a free evaluation, looks at your digital marketing strategy, your social media, and your website. I don't need anything from you to do that evaluation, but if you could give me the best email address that I could send you your evaluation. That way you give them some context for who you are, but maybe they've already seen your ads, so there's some level of familiarity there. And potentially some of those clients are reaching out from your ad, so now it becomes a warm lead rather than just going into a blanket cold call strategy. So that's my bonus tip. Is try and create a warm lead before you do the cold call, but the purpose of the cold call is to help your prospective client identify a need, figure out what steps in your industry help your client evaluate and identify that need, and that's where you see cold call success. Okay, if you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments. Please let me know. I would love to answer your questions right here on YouTube, and you can follow me on Twitter, and you can find our online course at buildthatagency.com.